Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Oh.
Hey everyone, welcome back to I Am the Brand Business Accelerator with Wellness Global. I'm your hostess, Valerie Engel Roberts, and we're so glad that you're here today. And knowing that you're working on your personal and professional development and that you want to make 2024 a really empowering year for your business. So I'm excited to introduce to you today Shannon Simmons. Welcome, Shannon.
Hi, Valerie. I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
We're really happy to have you. We're excited to hear what you have to share because it's so important in our businesses to talk about the numbers essentially. And let's start by getting to know you a little bit. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I am a profit coach. I have been in business for 15 years now and really love helping people to make a living doing what they love to do. And I just find like that's so important, especially with health and wellness businesses. You're all doing really good work and you really deserve to be paid for it. And a lot of times there's some money issues. And I had my own money issues when I started in my business. And we do some work around that as well with our profit systems. So like I said, I had to start with my own stuff, got that out of the way. And then I looked around and I was like, there's a lot of people in the world really who have similar things, but definitely in the health and wellness space. So that's a little bit about what we do and where I started.
Yeah, you nailed it. I mean, that's what I'm passionate about is seeing people really live a life that they love, because we all have gifts and talents, we all have things we're really good at. And when you can make that into something that makes your life pleasurable, that's the sweet spot. Like that's where we need to be. And so obviously, making it profitable is key because without profit, it's just an expensive hobby, right?
Yeah, and I tell people like you want to be able to help people and do what you love to do as long as you want to do it. And that means like you can't go out of business. And the only thing that happens with not profitable businesses eventually either the owner burns out and quits, right? Or they literally like can't pay their bills and are forced to go out of business. So like profit isn't a bad thing. There's exorbitant profit. There are people who make way more profit than they probably need to be. I've not seen that in a small business yet.
Right.
We're talking like huge corporations that do that, but that is one of the stigmas that we butt up against. Like profit has a bad connotation. And so we do a lot of education around profit doesn't have to be a bad thing. Profit is what allows work to be fun. Profit is what allows you to do the things that you really want to do in the world. And good people do good things with profit.
That's right. Absolutely. There are good people doing good things all the time, and it's okay to have profit. This comes up a lot in my health and wellness circle of friends or whatever, like, oh, but that rich person is greedy and da, 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 da. And it's like, well, one person can do something, but that doesn't mean that you can't do something in a totally different way. If you're hating that, then you're blocking yourself off, you know, and your subconscious from having the success that you want because you're so obsessed with that limiting belief about what profit can mean.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So you've been doing this for 15 years. Obviously, you know what you're doing. Talk to us a little bit about who you work with and how you support them in their journey.
Yeah, so we actually work with people in the health and wellness industry for the most part. We have a couple of clients that have been with us longer than we had that niche or something along those lines, get referred to us, our good friends, whatever. But mostly people in the health and wellness industry. We work across the country, even internationally. We do everything online. And the big thing that we do for clients is help them set up a system around their money. So most people for a variety of reasons, really just don't want to deal with money, right? They just wish money like wasn't a thing and they didn't have to deal with it. And so we find that they just avoid it. And we just give them a really super simple system that they can implement that makes money pretty damn easy. Really, like you don't have to think about it. Like that's the whole point of a system, right? That it runs on its own. I mean, you have to do some things within the system, but you know your parts of the system and then the system runs on its own. And so it really just makes money pretty easy, pretty automatic. And so that just gives people a lot of things, but a piece that they know what's going on in their business financially. Because we find that when you avoid it, you think that you're making it better, but really you're not making it better by avoiding it. You're making it a lot worse. So if you can have a super simple system that makes it easy to understand and easy to do what you need to do, you don't have to overwork yourself or overwhelm yourself with anything, but you get what you need to get done and you have some information that you need for your business.
Yeah, money is when it's a numbers thing, right? There's those of us who are like, oh, I don't like the numbers, I don't like the math, I don't like whatever. And we see, like, just last week, I really don't read the news, but I'll see those blurbs come across my phone, like the alerts or whatever. And I saw an alert that, there was a bookkeeper in our community that had basically, bamboozled several local small businesses. And I think it's because we feel intimidated by the numbers. We feel overwhelmed, intimidated. And it's like, I'm just gonna hand this over and forget about it. But you need to know, what's going on in your business, even if someone else is managing the ins and outs, right? You kind of need to keep up with what's going on with your business.
Yeah, there are some super simple things that you can do as a business owner, like 5 minutes a day, 15, 20 minutes a week that make sure you're not getting stolen from. Like that's pretty important, and it unfortunately happens way too much. So yeah, do we just give, like I said, business owners a system that they can check their bank balance every single day and they know what to expect. And then if it's different, then they can be like, oh, that's not what I was expecting. Now I need to do something else. But if it's what I was expecting, then great, I'm done for the day and I can move on. And that was a super simple, like literally 30-second task to log into your bank balance on your phone, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't take very long, but yeah,
Yeah.
you do have to be aware for sure.
So it's not necessarily, the system isn't going to be like, you guys all need to go take a calculus class and learn these really difficult things to do in accounting to run your business. This is something that is achievable, approachable, and simple for you to maintain.
Yeah, and we try to customize it to every single one of our clients and business owners that implement the system. So some people it is more complicated, right? If you have a more complicated business, your system's going to be a little bit more complicated. But if you have a really simple business, it's a really simple system. And honestly, we find the people with a more complicated business, like we feel like the system is a little bit more complicated, but they feel like it simplifies money in their business, right? Because so basically we set up different accounts, bank accounts for different types of expenses in their business. Some people will love the system. They'll latch on to the basic 5 accounts that we recommend or 6 accounts, whatever. And all of a sudden they're up to like 8 or 10 accounts. And I'm like, hey, if it works for you, that's okay. Like, I don't think you can overcomplicate it. And then some people will really only need 3 or 4 bank accounts. But like I said, we just really try to help the business owner to customize it to what's going to be most helpful, not overwhelming, but still get them what they need.
Thanks. We're so excited to have you here in I Am the Brand Business Accelerator. What you're teaching is 100% applicable to 100% of the members. And, I'm sure some people already have that down and they've got that going on, but a lot of people are going to need what you have to share. So what are you looking forward to sharing with us in the Business Accelerator?
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to really giving the content of what are those bank accounts that we find are most successful. Like you said, 100% of businesses need 100% of the basic system, right? A system around money. It was not something I had in my business when I started out, and it led to a tax bill that I couldn't pay. And as a bookkeeper and accountant, that's really not comfortable to say. But we figured it out. We created the system and we haven't had that situation since. And so it's, like I said, I really look forward to helping business owners know what they need in their business. And then the one thing that we haven't talked about too much either is there's a lot of muscle memory that goes on in our bodies around money and on the way we deal with it and react to it. And so once we get a system in place, then we also want to look at what's our muscle memory in our body around money and what do we want it to be now that we have this new system. So we'll do both parts of that in the accelerator.
I love that. That's so holistic and just right down our alley, right? For our I Am the Brand Business Accelerator for holistic practitioners. So if you guys haven't signed up yet, if you're watching this YouTube video and you just come across that you haven't signed up, what we're doing is having this interactive, engaging, live networking party for 90 days from April 1st to June 30th, 2024. And in this timeline, Shannon is going to be in the group. She's going to be providing training. She's going to be doing Q&A, and she's going to be there to comment and answer your questions. You get to form a relationship with her, get to know her. You'll be able to DM her, email her, and really kind of get to know what it is that you don't know or you need in your business, and work with her directly if that's a need that you have. So you'll need to sign up. Our website is iamthebrand.info, and Shannon has a promo code. It's her last name you see on the screen, Simmons. It's in the description of the video on YouTube. So you can just cut and paste that, put it in the order form, and you'll get to come in for $111. So we don't want anyone to come in at full price. Get that $88 off, come in for $111, and come join this built-in network of 38 experts in their profession, people who have been walking this journey, they've done it, they've succeeded, and they're ready to now show you how to apply these things to your business. So whether it's a money mindset that you need, or it's that practical money system that Shannon can teach you, come tune in, hear about it, and find out, if that's the thing that you've been missing in your business. The networking is off the charts. So you'll not want to miss out on that at all. Go do that now if you haven't yet. iamthebrand.info, use that code, and come on in and join us. Shannon, any last little bits of encouragement or any last thoughts that you had that you want to share with the viewers before we head off?
Yeah, Valerie, as you were talking, I was like 38 experts for $111 for 90 days. Like, guys, even if only one of us gives you something, that should be worth $111. You got 38 people in there. I mean, that's just a no-brainer. Go in and figure out what you want to focus on for the next, 8 months of 2024 to make your business the best it can be.
Yes, I call it the dream team. We have everything covered.
Yeah,
you need look no further. Right? Awesome. Well, thank you, Shannon, for being here today and sharing a little bit of your time with us. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening. And we will see you inside. I am the Brand Business Accelerator. Bye-bye.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me.